Welcome to the Best Things Podcast. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Don't forget to follow us on all the socials at Best Things Pod as well. Now, here are your hosts, Craig and Aaron.
Hello, Internet. Welcome in to the Best Things Podcast. I'm Craig. Alongside me, I don't know what that voice was. That was a new one. Aaron Brooks. How's it going, Aaron? You doing all right?
Yep.
It would help if you
I
had
am
your
good.
Your mic in front. They're about to just. I think you actually said a couple words. And the mic was over.
I did.
Oh, it's our last episode of the day. We're a little bit loopy. Welcome to the show, everybody. We're glad you're here. It is officially, Aaron, we get to celebrate. Dude, it is October, baby. We have made it. There's only a couple of 90-degree days left.
Only a couple. The official holiday season has begun.
I don't know about that. I mean, okay, it's officially pumpkin spice latte time. I always wait till October 1.
If you turn on Hallmark right now, will there be a Christmas movie on?
I hope not.
Well, there probably will be.
We're about to that season. We are about to that time, and your little happy dance for the holiday season always makes me laugh. But your holiday season is gonna be very busy, though.
Oh man, it's gonna be a different kind of holiday season.
It for sure is. But you're not going to be alone in this holiday season.
No, I'm not.
So, ironically enough, this podcast for a short minute was just one future dad and me.
Yeah.
No longer.
No, yes.
Something's in the water.
It's got to be. It's wild.
It's so crazy. It was so funny. Yes, me and my wife just got to announce it last week. We're with child.
We've just been a couple of dudes for all these years.
I know.
And then within a couple months of each other,
dudes to dads.
Here we are going to be dads.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So, prepare. Incoming. Just to give you a heads, incoming. The revamped dad joke episode for next year.
Oh, yeah.
Is going to be good.
I mean, get ready for episodes like the best things about baby food, the best things about, shopping for diaper, have to do all the baby
We're
stuff.
Just loading it up now, man. And I anticipate some worse things in there. We will let you know.
I've already seen plenty of stuff that I think that could go on there.
Amen. We're going to have to do a pregnancy episode at some point because we've both lived through that. You're further along, than me, but
yeah.
I think I'm further along in that category.
Yeah, we can do the best and worst things about pregnancy.
Yeah.
And then
I'll tell you one of the worst things. I'm packing on the pounds with Lauren.
So has there been a specific food or craving?
No, not yet. Not yet. Nothing has really sounded that great for her the last couple of months. So we'll see. We'll see where we are over the next couple of months. But wild times, man. And speaking of foods, look at that segue. I don't know if you meant to do that on purpose or not. But today's episode, we're talking about fast food. And this came from somebody you know, right?
One of our listeners.
Yeah.
Yep. Said, hey, could you do an episode on the best fast food restaurant in general? You've done some specific ones.
We danced around it.
But he's like, I don't think you've ever done one on just the best fast food place. And I want to know what your opinion is. Because he said, I already know what I think it is. I want to see what you guys think.
Oh, really? They think they know. Do they have their opinion, or do they think they know what we're going to say?
Both.
Both. Are they the same thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Interesting. Well, I'm interested to see where this goes too, because I honestly because I'm looking at, I think you were looking at the same list a minute ago, a QSRmagazine.com article that listed this is talking about earnings and sales figures about some of the best ones out there. And I don't know, just looking at this massive list of restaurants, I don't know where we're going to end up landing here. I really don't. So we'll have to explore it together. So without further ado, it's time to get into...
Before we figure out which one's the best thing, we have to talk about all the things. It's time for the thing about the things.
So we're talking about restaurants, fast food restaurants specifically, and we've talked about fast food stuff before. I think we need to make sure we have the
ground rules.
Yeah, exactly. For me, I don't know if you land in the same category, but for me, it's a fast food place if it has a drive-through and you can order food at a speaker box. I mean, what other criteria? I mean, would you not agree?
Yes, I'm just thinking through some things that might be considered like, for example, a pizza place may not always have.
And I'm thinking now Subway,
a drive-through. I mean, I have seen Subways with a drive-through, but they're, I feel like, a little more rare,
few and far between.
So I don't know that that's necessarily the essence.
So, how do we define this then? That's going to be the trickiest part of all this. I mean,
I would like to quote from a Supreme Court ruling.
Can we?
Several years ago.
Okay. It's very rare we get to bring the Supreme Court into our podcast.
I mean, it feels like if we're talking about something as big as the best fast food restaurant, that it requires the highest court in the land kind of weighing in.
I mean, I agree with you because there's a difference between fast food and fast casual. A fast casual place, you're going to sit down. I would classify like Waffle House would be a fast casual.
Yes.
They're really loose with the term casual, but I would not consider Waffle House fast food.
So in Potter Stewart, he was an associate justice on the Supreme Court from 1958 to 1981. He is remembered for his famous non-definition of obscenity.
Okay.
When he said, "I know it when I see it." I feel like with fast food,
it's kind of in that same
we
vein.
know it when we see it. Like if we name one, we'll kind of be like, "Oh, nope, that one doesn't fit the mold."
Okay.
So I feel like we just kind of play loosey-goosey with it.
So we're going to give each other the power to veto.
Yeah, I think so.
So if one of us comes out and says, this is what we think it is, the other one can say, nope, sorry, and just veto it.
I feel like that's the best thing to do.
Okay.
And then I think we also probably need to rein in on some of the regional fast food places.
I agree with that. Yeah.
And I say that, I think...
So do we want to call this just the national? Do we want to make that a criteria?
Yes and no, because are we saying then that, okay, Whataburger, InNOut, those places are eliminated, even though they're... Because I feel like they're more well-known and wider spread than a place like Brahms.
Okay, so I'm looking at this QSR magazine, and they list the top 50. I think 50 is plenty. And most of these are national, but there are a couple of regional chains that make this list because they're big enough.
So we can agree to the ground rules that if they're on this list of 50, they're in play.
I would agree with that.
Okay, yeah. I like that as well.
I would 100% agree with that. Okay. So here we are. We're talking
until
about...
I see one that's not there, and then be like, "This is terrible." No, get this. We're not.
Do we want to? I mean, it'd be impossible to go just down this list, but that's almost a good place to start. That way, we're on some kind of a path.
Yeah.
You want to go down it or up it?
I say work from the bottom to the top.
Okay. Hold on. We're looking at two different lists. What? Do I have an old one or do you have an old one? I've got 2020.
Mine's from 2019.
Okay.
Is there a 2021 out there
That's
anywhere?
A good question.
While you're doing that,
there is a 2021.
Okay. Can you airdrop it?
I can.
Over?
I can do that. We have the technology.
Good. Dang it. I just closed out what I was working on. I hate when I do that.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay. I was going to pull up one of these statistic videos on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
That went through.
Big fan of those.
And showed the exact transformation, of over time, who was the most popular and when. Because I thought there were some interesting things that we could glean. Wait, this list...
It's not formatted the same way.
That sucks.
It does.
Get it together, QSR.
Come on.
Keep your formatting the same.
You got people like us depending on it.
Okay, and what is their criteria? What are we looking at now?
That's a great point. As you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, we do amazing research on this podcast. But you know what? That's why you listen. That's why you're paying attention.
We're just winging it.
You want raw information. You want opinion.
Yeah, this is unscripted.
This is not journalism. We never claimed to be journalists. Maybe in a past life we were. We are not. Oh, hold on. There's a link.
As I have said previously on this podcast,
that link gives us to the same page.
The thing I do best is speak from a place of absolutely no knowledge on subjects. So why would I do research when I can just say things?
That's exactly right. Yeah.
One of our viewers, messaged me and asked if that will ever be added to a coffee mug or shirt because they would like to purchase that. You got it?
Yeah, I got it. They want what on a shirt?
The quote of, I speak from a place of no knowledge on these subjects.
That will
something to that.
We can absolutely make that happen. 100%. We do have a merch store, by the way. We should put that out there.
Yeah, somebody was asking about it a couple days ago. I was like, yeah, we do.
We do. There's not a lot on there right now, but we will add that. Remind me. We'll get that added to the merch store. 100% chance that will happen.
Okay, so now we have
the
definitive list.
Yes, this is the 2021, because obviously we're still in 2022, and if you're listening to this from the future, we haven't made it through the year yet. We don't know the future where we're going to end up.
Only Chase would know that.
That's right. So some of these we're going to blow through really quickly because we don't have a lot to talk about when it comes to it. But at the bottom of this list, number 50 is Moe's Southwest Grill, which honestly is surprising to me that they're in this list. I did not expect a place like Moe's to crack the top 50. Now, I do need to say this while I know you're looking that thing up about the QSR 50. So they have a little about this. This is an annual ranking of limited service restaurant companies by the U.S. system-wide sales. So these are the top 50 according to sales, all right? This information is collected directly from restaurant companies from March to May of 2020. So this is actually technically, I guess, part of 2020. So this is confirmation and yada, yada, yada. So this is just talking about sales, and we've got some information about each one of them as we go here. Thank you for the disclaimer, and go about whatever you were going to say next.
Okay, well, this is on the world's biggest food franchises dating from 1950 to 2020.
So this is global. We're talking U.S.
Yes.
Okay.
But if it's possible for us to put a link to this video in the description, yeah, that would be, I think, interesting just for your viewing to see how this is transformed over time.
You want to shout out the creator of this? Because his videos or hers videos, are really good. They're mesmerizing to watch.
I watch a ton of their stuff. Data is beautiful, or data is beautiful, depending on how you say it.
Data.
As people gripe at me, whichever way I say it, people have griped. All right? So data is beautiful on YouTube.
Yeah.
Go check out their videos.
For sure.
It's if you're a nerd, you'll really like this kind of stuff. It's just very interesting to see. It
is super interesting. Okay, so number 50 on our list of most sales, Moe's Southwest Grill. Again, they're kind of a global. They specialize in Southwest Mexican. It's like a Chipotle kind of thing. If you're not familiar with it, you kind of go through. Honestly, I don't know if Moe's or Chipotle came out first. I remember I had Moe's first before Chipotle, but I don't know who came first, the chicken or the egg.
You said you had which one first?
I had Moe's first. I heard about Moe's first.
Which one do you like best?
Honestly, they're about the same. I think Chipotle probably has better ingredients. Moe's is solid, but honestly, if I can choose a local place, I'm going to go to a local place.
Moe's Southwest Grill has been around since 2000.
Really? So that doesn't help me at all.
Chipotle's been around since
2000.
1993.
Okay, Chipotle wins it.
From the town I lived in 1993, Denver, Colorado.
Wow, so you could have went to the first one.
I could have been to the first one.
Yeah.
I didn't know about this.
You should ask the parents, because you would have been probably too young to really understand it.
I know.
But you should ask the parents if y'all ever went to this new upstart place called Chipotle, this local joint.
It was founded in Denver. Their headquarters are in Newport Beach, California.
Wow.
That's
Disappointing.
yeah. So I was going to go see the... disappointed by that. Moe's. I like Moe's. I haven't been to Moe's since 2015, 16.
Really?
So I haven't been... I don't think about it all that much.
No, I don't either. Next up, 49 is White Castle.
Never been.
I've made my opinions known about White Castle and Crystal stuff here on the podcast
Yes,
before.
you have.
I am not a fan. I love sliders, but White Castle to me was, and by the way, the first burger joint. White Castle was the original. Nobody was doing burgers before White Castle.
Are you sure?
Fact check me on it, but I am 99% positive. I just watched a series on the food that built America, and McDonald's was the first nationwide, maybe, but White Castle was the first one. They were a regional chain known for doing these. They kind of basically,
Founded in Wichita, Kansas.
I'm pretty sure they invented, quote unquote, the hamburger. And they were these little bitty sliders. So yeah. White Castle, again, I'm not a fan. You've never had it. 48 on this list is Baskin Robbins. They're known for ice cream.
See, I don't think of them as fast food.
See, I don't either. I say we veto that.
Yep. You're out of here.
McAllisters Deli, I don't consider that. Well,
I do.
I guess you could, yeah.
It's a fast food sandwich place.
McAllisters comes in at 47. Sandwich shop. I like McAllisters a lot.
I think it is the worst of the sandwich chains.
Really?
Yep.
That's surprising.
I think it's I think it's overpriced, overrated, overhyped. I think they underdeliver on everything that they have.
I think for a while.
I like their tea.
You do?
I do.
For a while, it was definitely overhyped here because that was like this new thing when they first came into town. I like McAllisters. There's some good sandwiches there. I do think I will agree they are overpriced because at the end of the day, it's just a sandwich. They're not doing anything special.
Let me retroactively...
I was about to say, I think you're forgetting a major player in the sandwich game.
Let me retroactively take back what I said for a little while and reconsider that. I may still go ahead and put them there, but there may be somebody else that I decide to move into that place.
Promise
Okay?
you there is.
All right.
46 is Freddy's frozen custard and steak burgers.
Again, is it a regional place?
I don't know. That's a good question. You're our crack researcher. I'm going to let you look. I've said on here before, I like Freddy's. Honestly, Freddy's burgers are good, but they're not the star of the show. For me, their sides are really good. They've got good custard. Their cheese curds are the best thing on the menu to me.
They have locations in 32 states, so I think that
would
classifies. Say that's a national chain.
Yeah, that's a national chain.
It's also based in Wichita, Kansas, where White Castle was founded. Freddy's has... Wichita has Freddy's and White Castle.
Man,
they some burger-loving people there in Kansas.
I guess so. Number 45, Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
I see. Again, I don't consider it that.
You don't consider it fast food?
No.
I would consider it fast food.
It belongs in the same exact place with Red Robin and...
No,
with Baskin Robbins.
I have maybe.
You just go in to get a smoothie. Don't buy one of their trash sandwiches.
Oh, come on!
They left the window open. Somebody blew in the yard
Rhonda.
clippings. They're terrible. The sandwiches are garbage.
What sandwich have you had?
It's the worst sandwich in the sandwich category.
What sandwich have you had?
I'd have to even go look at the menu to know.
They make a really good chicken pesto sandwich. That is great. I like they got good quesadillas and bowls and wraps.
Go there and get a smoothie. Do what you're supposed to do there.
Get a smoothie also.
Don't eat their food.
Don't listen to Aaron.
He's just where are they ranked at?
Haterade. 45.
Yeah, there's a reason why. They're not good. Look at that. It says that they were ranked in the snack category. That's not a food category. It's not even listed with sandwiches.
I would
Look at number 44. You see what number 44 is? And do you see what category they have 44 listed as?
They've got to have those flip-flops.
Okay.
That makes no sense.
Look at that. Tropical Smoothie is a snack place,
That
people.
makes no... Okay,
It's a snack
number
place.
44 is Tim Hortons, and they have Tim Hortons listed as a sandwich place. That's a donut place.
We already agreed
That
the
makes
list
zero
is spoken.
sense. That makes no sense. They have to have that backwards. That's got to be a typo. Trop is, and it's definitely fast food. It is not like Red Robin.
I meant Baskin Robin.
Okay, that's closer. I thought you meant Red Robin.
No, Baskin Robin.
No, but I would still say they're fast food. Their food is good. Now
They're a snack place, just like Baskin Robbins.
They're
It's in the snack category.
They're known for smoothies, but
They're known for smoothies, not
yes,
their.
But they've got food. They've got pretty decent food. Their breakfast is pretty good too.
So does Starbucks, but I'm not considering Starbucks a restaurant that you go and eat at.
Well, no, but you're going to get it to go. It's a fast food place.
But not for the purpose that we're talking about.
I think it qualifies. It's not going to make our bracket. I don't know why we're arguing this hard.
I know. Just accept the fact that their sandwiches suck.
Neither one of us can accept. We're going to fight and debate to the bitter end. Okay, number 44, Tim Hortons. It is mislabeled as a sandwich spot on this list. It is a donut place, and it's a okay donut place. I don't get the hype.
Never been. I just thought it was a coffee place that had donuts.
Yeah, it's Canada's version of Dunkin', basically.
Yeah.
It's fine. I've been to one. It's fine. There's nothing to write home about. Number 43 is
Church's Chicken. I feel like it's again, this isn't we're just looking at their sales. So
right, this is sales.
I
think sales though are a good representation though. Would you not say it's the worst of the chicken, the bone-in chicken places?
I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think so.
Well, you're right. Yeah, I would agree. I think we know which one is probably worse than that.
I don't dislike Church's Chicken. I don't have it very often, but when I've had it, I didn't dislike it.
They do have corn nuggets, which my wife loves.
Gosh, yeah.
That is a side they offer. Number 42 is Marco's Pizza.
So this is why, see, if we were just ranking what is good, I would shoot Marco's way up the list.
Really?
From 42.
One of your favorite pizza places? One of the better national chain.
I think
food.
so.
I mean, I think it's definitely better than like your Little Caesars and your Papa John's.
Just to jump up, they got Papa Murphy's at 39. See,
that surprises the mess out of me.
We were supposed to get one, and it never happened.
We did get one.
Oh, we did?
We did.
Did it go out of business?
It did not last very long. Because I don't know if they've changed their strategy, but at one point, Papa Murphy's was all about, we're going to give you a pre-made frozen pizza, and you cook it at home. And I don't think that idea here...
I never really understood it.
I just go get it at Walmart. Like I think that's the mentality most people down here.
And I'll tell you, the Walmart ones you see in the they don't look bad.
No, they're good.
Like if you're going to get one, they don't look bad.
We skipped a few in there. Definitely one I want to mention.
Oh yeah,
41 was Qdoba. I've never had Qdoba.
Yeah, neither have I.
But it's like a Moe's and Chipotle, right? Like it's just a burrito place. Number 40 is Steak and Shake.
Yeah,
I love Steak and Shake. It has gone downhill in quality over the last couple of years. I feel like it. I think it's in that Olive Garden category, the Red Lobster, where they at one time were incredible. And I think because of franchising and expansion, yada, 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 the quality has declined a little bit. But I'm still a fan of Steak and Shake.
I had a really poor experience at Steak and Shake in Goodland, Kansas a couple years ago.
Really?
And because I've always liked Steak and Shake. But after that, everything good?
Yeah, we're good.
After that experience, I was like, oh, man. And maybe, again, it was just that location. I don't know. But it was disappointing to me because I've always thought Steak and Shake should be further up the list, you know?
Yeah.
I wish we had one.
I do, too. We've got some in surrounding cities, but we don't have one here, and it makes me sad. So we mentioned Papa Murphy's at 39. Oh, boy, the mothership. 38, Krispy Kreme donuts.
Not relevant to our discussion today.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I would have to agree with you. It's a snack place. I think you can include Dunkin', but not Krispy Kreme, if that makes sense. Dunkin' has sandwiches. They've got breakfast items. They've got coffee. Krispy Kreme is pretty much just donuts. They have coffee, but like it's not good coffee.
I understand what you're saying, but I don't agree with what you're saying.
So you wouldn't include Dunkin' either?
I wouldn't include Dunkin' either.
Does that mean you're not including Starbucks either?
If you're not offering lunch and dinner,
They are.
what are they offering?
Sandwiches. Starbucks for sure. I know they have turkey paninis and sandwiches and things like that. Dunkin' is the same way. They have sandwiches and
those are coffee places that happen to have
just because
food.
you are a coffee hater.
It's not that. That is what they are known as. You are a coffee shop that has now expanded into some of these other categories. Dunkin' is a donut. Dunkin' Donuts. Now it's just Dunkin'. So that's what you're known for. You're not McDonald's. You're not Burger King. You're not Subway. You're not doing any of these other things. You're providing a very narrow, limited offering.
No, that's what they're known for is the narrow, limited offering. But what they have available and the space they have entered into is now so much more than that.
They are fast. It is food. It is not relevant to the fast food restaurant discussion we were having today.
I would disagree because I have been to Starbucks for lunch. I have been to a Dunkin' Donut for breakfast.
And you've also been to Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
I have.
And they have trash sandwiches.
Just because they're bad does not mean it's not qualifying into the category.
It's because that's not what they do. They are supposed to be. They're pulling a LeBron James cash grab like he did with Space Jam, trying to get in on the cash cow of all this other stuff when they need to stick to what they supposedly do best.
Just because they're not good does not mean they are not in the category.
If we were having
Space Jam 2 is a terrible movie, but it is still a movie.
If we were having a discussion about donut places today, then yes, they can be relevant to the conversation, or pastries. They can be relevant to the conversation, or coffee, or drink places.
Or sandwiches.
If it was just sandwiches only, yeah, I would be fine with putting them into that category.
You're going to have to let us know in the comments who's right here, because I promise you the comments will agree with me. 100% confident. There's not a doubt in my mind that the internet will be on my side.
When we are talking about the best fast food restaurants,
I'm not saying it will be the best. I'm saying you can't discredit it from the conversation of the list.
They shouldn't even be mentioned.
Oh my gosh.
In the discussion of
What's funny is I've heard some people say that have been listening for a long time and even know us well, have said, the only thing I miss is that it doesn't seem like you guys debate as much as you used to. Enjoy. This is your episode because here we are. Okay, number 37.
Firehouse Subs.
A sub above. No, that's not.
That's Jersey Mike's. This is this is for all the firefighters out there.
I had gone a long time without having Firehouse. I've had it twice in the last week.
It is the best sub sandwich place that Searcy, Arkansas offers.
That's true. I will give them that.
It is in my top 3 of just sub sandwich places.
Yeah, I would agree with that also.
They have a good sandwich.
They do have a good sandwich.
I enjoy Firehouse.
Yeah. 36, Checkers and Rallies. Not great. Their fries are okay. Their frozen fries are actually way better than their real fries that you get at the place.
Like in the grocery store?
Yeah, you can get them in bags and frozen in the frozen food section. Those are actually good because you can cook them to the correct crispiness.
Gotta eat Rallies.
You're just the Big Buford. I just remember the Big Buford.
Last time I had one was, like 10:30 at night. We were coming back from a game somewhere, and it was the only thing that was available. It's just not very good food.
Now, speaking of also late night food, number 35 is Del Taco.
This is a regional joint. You're only going to find them out west.
Mm-hmm. We have. There's one in Conway.
No.
Yes, there is. I am almost positive.
I will eat my hat.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's a Del Taco in Conway.
Is there?
Yeah.
Have they expanded that much?
I think so.
We will see.
We will see. We're going to find out in just a second. You're watching live online. Not live, recorded later. much later.
No locations near Cersei. Let's just type in.
If it's not Del Taco, what am I thinking of? What are some of the other ones?
There is Taco John's.
It's not Taco John's. There's one of those in Russellville.
To Russellville.
What is the other taco joint I'm thinking of?
Browse our directory. Let's look at that. United States, 592 locations. Arkansas is not listed.
What am I thinking
They
of?
do have them, though, in Alabama, Florida, New Mexico, South Carolina, Washington, Oklahoma.
Maybe it closed.
363 in California.
What is the other taco place then? Maybe it'll come to us later.
Taco Bueno?
Taco Bueno, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
that's
they have
my
one in
bad.
Conway.
That's my bad. Yeah. Okay. Taco Bueno's or Del Taco's fine.
It's good.
Number 34, El Pollo Loco.
That is made up. That is from Breaking Bad.
That's
that's Los Pollos Hermanos.
yeah, that's different. Okay. I always do get those mixed up because the logo is shockingly similar, isn't it?
I don't even know what El Pollo Loco is.
I think that is just in California or on the West Coast.
I would assume this is the Crazy Chicken.
Yeah, I'm assuming. Yeah, they do chicken. I think it's like a Raisin Cane's. I think it's the West Coast version of Raisin Cane's. 33. Here we go. This is your admittedly favorite at one point, at least.
Yeah. This is GOAT status.
Is it?
It's legendary.
Well, tell us what it is then.
It's InNOut burger.
What you put? There was a double space between In-N-Out and burger. In-N-Out burger.
Yeah,
they are.
This is a regional joint. You find them out on the West Coast and in the Dallas area, maybe somewhere else in Texas. They have expanded some. So they're now in Colorado. Supposedly, I've heard rumors that Florida is actually getting some In-N-Outs.
I'm really surprised they haven't touched East Coast like New York. I haven't dropped one there because it would go crazy.
If In-N-Out would just embrace and expand, they would wipe out all other burger chains.
Really? You believe it?
Yeah. 100%. They are the Chick-fil-A of the burger side. The restaurants are clean. They're very effective at what they do. They have a minimalistic menu. They're not trying to do all these different things. They know what their space is, and they do it. And they have really good prices. And looking at their, company values and things like that, they appear on paper to be a pretty decent company to work for as far as fast food restaurants go. Hang on. Their fries are subpar. They need some help.
That's
now,
being generous.
They know that people think this, but yet they still push. So apparently somebody in the In-N-Out hierarchy thinks that the way they're doing fries is how fries should be done.
Do you think it's they want to stay with tradition?
That could be it. I know a lot of people, and this is the way to do it, is to ask for extra crispy or double cooked fries when they come out. They are the, I don't know, if they're not the creators of it, they are some of the most well-known for secret menu items.
That's true. But I need you to brace yourself for a second for a hot take, Quake. Because In-N-Out is just okay.
No, it's not just okay.
They're fine.
They are fine. They're better than fine, though. Here's what I would tell you. In a blind taste test, I feel pretty confident that they would probably be in the top 2, maybe 3. I would be shocked if they were in any lower than 3rd if you were to taste the rest of these fast food burgers that we're going through and you didn't have them top 1, 2, or 3 out of fast food burgers.
Maybe. There's no way for us to know that anytime soon, though.
No.
There's probably been people that have done that before.
But you do know.
Your creepy dude on the internet that you love so much probably has done
Review
this.
Bra.
That guy. I just finally got him out of my algorithm on YouTube.
Let's suggest a few more of his videos.
Aaron's gonna, next time you're over, you're just going to sneak in a video just to throw him back in the algorithm again.
You know what McDonald's is. You know what Wendy's is. You know the big players.
I have a hot take about McDonald's a little later, too. So,
But you know in your mind, you already know what those burgers taste like.
that's true.
So I think that if you had just a couple of other burgers to try along beside of it, I think you know well enough some of those other chains to be able to, okay, this is
I
on
agree.
a different level.
And that's why I'm saying they're just okay.
No, just okay would be Wendy's.
I agree.
InNOut and Wendy's are not the same thing. InNOut is far beyond this.
Number 32. Number 32 on our list is Bojangles. Fan of Bojangles?
Big fan of Bojangles.
Bojangles is good.
Great biscuits, great chicken.
Biscuits, yeah.
I don't know if this is a national chain or not.
I think it's just East Coast.
I was going to say, I see it more East Coast. That's where I've had it.
I don't think they've made it West yet.
I hope they continue to expand.
Yeah. 31 is
Carl's Jr. / Hardee's. Although Hardee's is listed further up the deal, but they've got them broken up according to sales.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to lump them together because it's the same place.
We can skip them. Hardee's is number 25. Carl's Jr. is 31. There's probably just more Hardee's locations than there are Carl's Jr.
Carl's Jr. is typically in the West,
Yeah.
Hardee's out east, but essentially the same menu. There may be a few variations here and there. Like in New Mexico, you'll find a green chili cheeseburger.
When perfectly executed, Carl's Jr. Hardee's is great, but that rarely happens. So that brings their average way down.
If we were just talking best fast food breakfast, they would be up at the top of the list.
Definitely have a great breakfast, yes.
Fantastic.
They have a flame broiled burger way better executed than Burger King does because they're thicker burgers, they're hearty. That's probably why they call them Hardee's. They call them thick burgers, don't they?
Yep.
So they do a great job as far as a burger place goes. But like I said, they're more known for breakfast. So, when's the last time anybody you know has had Hardee's for lunch?
I have not had a Hardee's sandwich in a long time, but I will tell you, 25 years ago, I loved the Monster Burger. I don't know if they still have a Monster Burger.
I'm sure they do.
But 25 years ago, it was really good.
Probably a sodium bomb.
I don't know if they still have this or not, but they used to have a hot ham and cheese sandwich that I liked.
There's a lot of stuff that they were always innovative.
And
they took chances
supposedly,
and risks.
their chicken strips that they introduced a while back are supposed to be good. I've never had the chicken strips.
Same here. I've not had them, but I've had their chicken in the morning, like on a chicken biscuit, and it's very good.
And I've said before, I'm not a fan of tater tots, but they do tater rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's thinner and so it's crispier and not as mushy in the middle. I like their tater rounds that they have.
Number 30 is probably going to be your number one sandwich spot.
Yes, sir.
And that is Jersey Mike's.
It's a sub above. And there's a reason they say that.
They're great. They are great. That was East Coast moving its way west.
Even in Arkansas, we have watched it move further west. Across our state.
Right.
It was just kind of the northwest corner. Now they moved into Conway and to Little Rock.
I think there's some out west now, though, like California and stuff, right?
Yeah.
They're really good.
It tastes fresh.
As I was just about to say that. Subway claims to eat fresh, but Jersey Mike's their meat tastes very fresh. Their vegetables also fresh. Great bread.
And they have good cooked sandwiches, hot sandwiches too. Cheesesteaks and things like that.
It is prepared in a way that feels like a prepared sandwich, whereas Subway feels like just a mushy mess just thrown together. So I will give that also. Number 29 is
Five Guys.
Below average burgers.
See, I agree. I agree 100%.
They are the McAllisters of burger places because they are incredibly overhyped and they do not live up to it.
No. I honestly would prefer to hit up a Wendy's or someplace like that.
I would take a Hardee's.
Yeah, over a Five Guys.
Overrated.
Anytime.
28 is Raising Cane's.
The goat of chicken.
Tenders.
Yes.
Yeah. Chicken tender place. And I love that they keep their menu simple. Just like Chick-fil-A, they keep it simple.
That's it. Even simpler than
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A. I mean, it is choose how many chicken tenders you want.
Exactly.
Or would you like your chicken tenders on a sandwich?
Yeah. Exactly. That's it. I mean,
and they have fries and slaw.
I went to Cane's with somebody who had never been there before. We get up to the drive-through window, and they said, "What would you like?" And I tell them immediately, what was it, 4 pieces, what I usually probably get. And the person next to me was like, "What do you want?" And they're like, And I'm like, what is taking you so long? The menu is the simplest menu you can ever think of. Why? There's no debate here.
Do you want 3, 4, or 5 chicken strips?
There's this great story about my wife, her and your wife, Erica, were Christmas shopping one time. And this was before either one of them were with child.
Yeah.
This was just, and Lauren was so hungry. They went through Cane's, got food, and Lauren's like, I never do this. We got to go back.
Let's go back through.
That's the only place she has ever done that to. They went back through the drive-through to get more chicken. It is great chicken. Cane sauce is great.
See, I used to really like Zach sauce, and then I had cane sauce.
Cane sauce is better than Zach sauce.
And then I tried them side by side.
Yeah.
And Zach sauce tastes, what's the word I'm looking
sharper?
For? I wasn't going to, it tastes more synthetic, or like you can taste the oil and stuff. It doesn't taste like a fresh made sauce.
Right, yeah.
It's good if you don't have cane sauce next to it.
Exactly. I was just about to say that because we have it's a growing chain, but Slim Chickens.
Yes.
They have a slim sauce.
See, and I don't like it.
It's fine, but then I had it and Zaxby's next to each other, and I was like, oh, Zaxby's is way better.
To me, the slim sauce is too sweet.
It is way too sweet. That's why I like Zach's better, because it's sharper, and Cane's is just better.
Slim Chickens is not on this list, but it is a national chain. It is an international chain.
It's growing. It's right out of here, right out of Arkansas.
And it's good chicken.
Great chicken. Yeah, they got really good stuff there. I would not be surprised if you're asking us in another year or two, and it would be on this list.
Yeah.
27.
Jimmy John's.
Freaky Fast. I don't like Jimmy John's.
Nope.
Too much bread, and it's
I
just
feel like their
subpar.
sandwiches are narrow. Like, you don't get as much sandwich from them. I feel like they're overpriced.
Honestly, hot take, they might be below Subway.
You know,
Just for value.
I think so. And I wasn't sure if I would say that or not, but I think that that's the case.
At least Subway will be cheap.
And here's the other thing at Jimmy John's. I asked for extra pickle. When I got up to the register, they gave me an extra dill pickle and charged me like $2.50 for a dill pickle.
Wow. Yeah, they get greedy. We had a Jimmy John's briefly here in our town, and they had the worst location because they will deliver, but they will only deliver a mile from their location. And they picked the one place in our city that had nothing really around that anybody would want. It was just everything around them for a mile was fast food places. And businesses that are not going to order in for lunch. They avoided the major university we have in our town. They barely scraped it. They didn't hit any neighborhoods. No churches were in the area. And so they didn't last but more than a couple of years because they got greedy. 26. I know this is one you love a lot. No? I know you're a Brahms fan over Culver's.
Yeah,
but
I'm a Brahms fan over Culver's. The Culver's that I have had, the cheese curds were good. The ice cream, though, was really poor.
Oh, really?
Really poor. It's a real hyped up place, though.
Because they do custards.
Now, I have had a friend tell me that from Wisconsin, that's where he's from. They've lived there for years. He said Culver's, when you go up to Wisconsin, he said Culver's there is significantly better and significantly different than Culver's in Florida or any other Culver's locations
They're probably
he's been to.
sourcing their cheese and their dairy and their milk and their beef from a better place.
That's probably so. Because he said, we've had it in Missouri, and he said, we've had it in Florida, and he said, it's not good. And he said, if that's where you go and have Culver's, and then you go have it in Wisconsin, it's like two different restaurants.
The next two we can blow through pretty quickly. Number 25 is Hardee's. We've already talked about it. 24 is Zaxby's. We've already talked a little bit about that too. But they've got good tenders and wings.
Yep.
They have good sandwiches also.
Yep.
They're known for a lot of sauces.
Yep.
So Zaxby's
I like
is
Zaxby's.
great. 23 is Wingstop. You a fan of Wingstop?
I am a fan of Wingstop. I think that they do better wings than Buffalo Wild Wings does.
I 100% agree. Yeah.
I wish we had one in town.
I do too.
I'd hit them up.
All the time. They have great wings. Love them. 22.
Whataburger.
This is another regional chain that has made waves, and I'm surprised to see them higher on this list than InNOut. Does that just mean they have more locations?
They might. I mean, does this tell us how many locations they have?
That's a great question. Total units. They do have a total units there. I'm assuming that's locations. 844 to InNOut's 300 something. Wow. So they're nearly close to tripling up.
Yeah.
InNOut. So that explains.
I think the craze for Whataburger exceeds how good Whataburger is.
That's my thing with InNOut also. A lot of these places and brands, their hype to me outweighs the quality of the product. And that's why I knock off points for that. I think we get caught up in the hype train sometimes.
As I've said before, though, I think Whataburger tastes a lot like Sonic when it comes to their burgers.
I would disagree with that, but I get where you're coming from.
I mean, I will, because big news is that Central Arkansas is getting a Whataburger.
Right, yeah.
So
my brother, he lives in Benton, and he is the most happy person.
Then after it's open, the next time I'm through there, I definitely want to stop and have it again,
Right.
just to get it back fresh in my mind. I mean, I had it last year, and I don't feel like I'm really that far off by comparing those two burgers to each other. And when you compare it to InNOut, because in Texas, you've got all the InNOuts in the Dallas area, and of course Whataburger. And I feel like the freshness of InNOut just exceeds what you're getting at Whataburger.
I would, you know what? I would agree with that. InNOut does have a fresher quality. I will give you that much. I will agree with that. I think they're both average burgers. I don't think there's anything astronomically better about either one of them. I think they're good quality, but average fast food burgers. And maybe I'm putting too much of maybe I'm overcompensating for the hype too much, because I'm thinking as I'm talking that, I'm like, okay, what is the best fast food burger? And I know we crowned InNOut that not long ago. And maybe I'm trying to undercut the hype too much. That could very well be happening right now. We have at number 21, Papa John's. Surprisingly high on this list, but again,
I'm kind of surprised by that.
Probably locations. They help it out a ton.
It's probably not my favorite pizza.
It's definitely. I'm not a fan of their sauce. Their sauce is sweet.
I was going to say it's on the sweet side. And I feel like their dough is also sweet. You put those two things together, it's just an overly sweet pizza.
Yeah. Which is probably a reason why youth groups love it, and youth basketball teams and stuff like that. Number 20 is
Jack in the Box.
Again, another place you go to at 2 a.m. for me.
They have great tacos.
No, they don't.
The tacos are good, man.
They are terrible.
Do not say that the tacos. They're not. They're okay. In a sense, they're not good tacos.
They're not.
In another sense,
tacos.
They are great tacos.
If you're high, how many times have you been through there when you're high? That's my question to you, sir. They literally have a meal. They have a menu, a value menu that is called the Munchie.
They do.
The Munchie menu to hit that demographic.
Okay. Their tacos are a lot like Burger King tacos.
Exactly.
Where they are like, they're not good tacos.
Exactly.
But they're really good tacos. Do you know what I'm saying?
No,
Somebody out there knows what I'm saying.
No, you are the connoisseur of Mexican food, and you're saying Jack in the Box tacos are good? They're trash. They
do not belong in the conversation with all of these other kind of tacos.
They've been sitting in a warmer for 3.5 weeks. They get refried at 2 a.m. when somebody orders them. There's a reason they're $1.
They For two, they're awesome, and their mini tacos are amazing.
They're terrible.
In the category, like they do not belong in the other taco category. Okay, all the other tacos over here, they are their own thing, and they, as the young people today say, they slap. They hit hard.
No,
that is no cap.
You are too old.
Okay.
What is up with you and no cat? You text me that the other day, and I immediately was like, "You are too old and too white to be telling me this."
They drip.
Okay, we're moving on.
Just
no.
I know there are people that know what I'm saying. They are not good tacos, but they are good tacos at the same time.
Everyone who's Team Aaron, I'm so sorry for you. Number 19, we have Panda Express. I love Panda Express. I like Chinese food. Their orange chicken, legendary. It's really good. So if you like Chinese, I mean, again, location. They're everywhere.
I'm not an Asian food fan most of the time, so that's why it's...
Yeah. Number 18 is...
Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
I like Dairy Queen.
I do too.
I like their ice cream. I like their cheese curds. I think the burgers are...
They're fine.
Mediocre.
Yeah, they're fine.
Average.
But that's not what you're coming there for.
No.
No, you're they used to, I don't get chicken tenders a lot unless it's a chicken tender place.
Yeah, chicken strips and gravy there.
Yeah, but they're great. I mean, I remember that as a kid. Chicken tenders and gravy. Number 17, Little Caesars Pizza. There's a reason it's given to youth groups. That's all I'm going to say.
I like Little Caesars.
What?
Yeah. I would... Little Caesars Pizza might be...
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Little Caesars Pizza might be the best of the fast food pizza joints.
What?
With this caveat. Not the hot and readies.
Okay.
The hot and ready pizzas are not good.
So you say that does not represent Little Caesars?
No. I think they do a disservice to their brand by offering the $5 hot and ready.
Because I can honestly tell you, I don't remember the last time I had a Little Caesars pizza that was not a hot and ready. Because I've been in student ministry for 15 years.
It is like two different restaurants inside the same building. When you order one and go pick it up and it's made fresh, they are worlds apart.
Okay.
They are worlds apart. Their stuffed crust pizza is absolutely phenomenal. It's the best stuffed crust of any. And they've got that pepperoni fanceroni that's out right now with the cupping pepperonis on it. I used to like the one at Marco's. The one from Little Caesars is 3 times better. It's nowhere near as greasy as Marco's. It's just significantly better. And if you order it and go pick it up, totally different.
Okay. Wow.
So in that space, if you order one and pick it up, my experience with the fresh made pizzas, as far as the national chains go around Cersei, they have exceeded Papa John's, Domino's, Pizza Hut, and Marco's.
Wow. That's incredibly surprising.
That's my big hot take right there.
Okay. Number 16 is Arby's.
We have the meats.
They do have the meats. Arby's is good. I get a hankering for it every once in a while.
Yeah.
They do good with sandwiches. They're not trying too hard. They came out with the burger not too long ago. I don't know how well that went.
Review Bra really liked. I think I sent you this video.
You did. I didn't watch it.
Look, if I send you things, they are important to watch. There is value in what I'm sending.
I watch 99% of the things. I don't watch that 1%.
If you just skip about halfway into the video and watch him take his bites.
Arby's is great. You've got roast beef is the king there. Jamocha shake is
never had one.
For me, you don't like coffee. Their mozzarella sticks are pretty good. The curly fries are iconic. Wendy's, Arby's.
Roast beef is good.
Yeah. Number 15.
Louisiana Fast.
Popeyes. Probably the best bone-in fried chicken place.
I would say it's them or Bojangles for me.
Yeah.
and they're here, and Bojangles isn't.
That's the caveat for me. Yeah, Popeyes is great. Their chicken, and we all know about the chicken sandwich wars. They kicked it off. It's a really good sandwich, crispy. I still lean Chick-fil-A, but it's really good. Number 14, probably the worst chicken place.
Back to back here.
KFC. Again, you're going quantity over quality here. They have, what is it over here? 39.
They got a bunch of locations.
100 locations worldwide. They're huge in Asia. Chinese, Japanese, they love KFC over there. It's almost weird to know how much they love KFC over there. It's not great chicken over here. It had its day.
At one time, it was the number one place in the world.
It's fine. I would love to see KFC come back. I would love to see that because the flavor of the chicken is fine, and I'm sure this is like Hardee's for me. If it was made perfectly and fresh and everything was hitting on all cylinders, it'd probably be really good. I can't tell you the last time I had a good experience at a KFC, though.
I'm with you.
Number 13, Pizza Hut.
Better than Papa John's.
Yeah, it's a pizza place. You know what you're going to get.
I loved back in the day getting the little personal pan pizza.
Yeah.
I like those.
When we order now, the main reason we that's probably our go-to pizza place because my wife does not like pizza, and we often just get the cinnamon sticks. We'll get a pizza also, but that's comes secondary to getting the cinnamon sticks because they're really good there. Number 12.
Panera Bread.
Are you a Panera fan?
Nope.
You don't like it? I think they're overrated. They're fine. They've got some nice stuff, but again, I think it's too much. They're trying to attract a certain group, and that group likes to spend a lot of money.
They do.
On some quote unquote better food that's really the same food, just packaged differently. Number 11, Sonic Drive-In.
I'm surprised it's this far up.
I really am too. They have a lot of locations though, and I think they're hitting that small town market. They're like the Dollar General.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, so they're in every little small town because that's the drink spot. That's where you're going to go to a ball game. You're going to take a tea.
It doesn't take a lot to have a Sonic.
No,
you know,
and it kind of has a little. It's to compare it to something else. It's like Cheesecake Factory. Their menu goes on for miles. They've got everything at there.
It's too much.
It's way too much. It's too much to do anything well.
And I hit up Sonic quite frequently, and it's not usually for the food.
No, it's a great drink and dessert spot. You get an ice cream cone or something like that.
I think their burgers are not very good. The onion rings I used to like, but they're just too sweet for me now.
And greasy. Everything's so greasy.
Yeah.
And I know some people that own Sonics. They're great people.
Oh, yeah.
And to be honest, their Sonics are way better run and operated than any other Sonics I've been to. But for me, just my tastes, it's not my jam.
Nope.
Number 10.
Although, hang on. When they have 50-cent corn dog day or they have 99-cent mozzarella stick day, I will hit them up.
Will you?
Yeah.
I avoid it. I'm not doing that. The best thing at Sonic is those pretzel twists.
Oh, I forgot about those. Those are good.
Those are the best thing they have. They're always fresh. They're always good. They're not overly greasy.
Yes.
Best thing they've got. We're in the top 10. Aaron, number 10 is?
Chipotle.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's a burrito place.
Yeah.
Again, it's overrated, overhyped for sure, overpriced for being fine. Is it good? Yes. Do I enjoy myself? Sure. But it's just a little overrated.
And yeah.
Number 9, Domino's. We talked about pizzas a lot already. Domino's, middle of the pack for me.
Yep.
They're fine. They at one point they had a good sauce.
They've tweaked things.
They do
back and forth in the last
listen
decade.
to people, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So they've improved in some things. They had a terrible sauce and they changed it to a really good sauce.
There's times I like Domino's. There's times I don't. I mean, it feels like it varies from pizza to pizza.
It really does. I think it just depends on the person making it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad.
No. Subway is number 8. You know our feelings on Subway, everybody.
I thought I was going to make that the worst sandwich place, but Jimmy John's, for other reasons, I think should take it. But Subway really isn't very good.
Here's the kicker for me, and the reason why Subway is number 8, over 22,000 locations worldwide.
I'm pretty sure that they overtook McDonald's.
I believe that.
Let's get over here to the end of this video. Yeah.
Awful.
Over, yeah. How many locations?
22,190. According
This
to
is saying 42,990.
That's worldwide. This is
Yeah.
just US.
Oh, that's just U.S. Okay.
So, incredible numbers. Number 7, we are not going to go down this road. We don't have time, is Dunkin' Donuts.
Not a fast food place, but
Number 6,
Burger King.
that is not a good fast food place.
I think
We've
put
talked
them in the worst of the worst.
We've talked about them at nauseam.
when we did that.
Yeah,
I mean, I understand that just sheer numbers put them up here.
Yeah.
But
5 is Wendy's.
I like a Wendy's burger, okay?
Yeah, it's average.
I like the Frosty.
Their breakfast is really good, though.
Still never had that. For some reason, it just seems weird to me.
Go get it, man. The breakfast Baconator is great, and they have seasoned potatoes for breakfast. They should replace the fries. The seasoned potatoes, every time I've gotten them, have been crispy, well seasoned, really good. They should do away with their fries in the main menu, replace them with the seasoned potatoes, and I could promise you there would be rejoicing in the streets. David would dance naked again for those potatoes.
David. Yellow Wendy's
Not
did
King
hit
David
different.
either.
Just this random dude, David. Show him on TikTok. I agree with the meme that says Yellow Wendy's hit different. They should bring back the chili bar.
Yeah.
I miss that.
I agree.
But they have good items. Frosties are good.
Frosties are great.
I hope they bring, I don't know if they did or not. They got rid of the vanilla Frosty and put strawberry in. I hope they bring vanilla back.
Bring vanilla back. Yep. Number 4 is your favorite.
Oh, yeah. Taco Bell.
Yep.
Liv Moss.
We've talked a lot about Taco Bell. Mexican pizza's coming back. It may already be back. When's the date?
I don't exactly know.
They just say it's coming soon, right?
It's coming
That's what
soon.
they keep doing.
They told us it was back, and then our love for their Mexican pizzas ran it out somehow. I don't know.
Taco Bell, they're playing mind games with us, because if you order their food items just off the menu, you're going to pay a lot of money nowadays. But every
Yes.
every month or so, they'll put out it's almost like every month they do something different. They'll do a box. And that box is so dirt cheap.
The boxes are where it's at.
That's all I get anymore. I just, in good conscience, can't buy anything else from Taco Bell other than that box.
Exact, like on this, on their app, you need to be using the app. I have said this for a
100%.
couple years.
Yeah.
Taco Bell does the app game, and they were doing it before anybody else the right way. And they have this My Cravings box where you build it yourself and get what you want in it. It's $5. It's the best value on the menu. You can't get, you just order a couple tacos and it's like $8.
Exactly. The box is where it's at, 100%. Number 3 is Chick-fil-A. They're doing it better than probably anybody.
Oh, yeah. Efficient.
To be a privately owned company, to have 2,600 restaurants.
The competition that they are up against.
2,600 restaurants. I'm going to scroll down. They're at 26. The next one that has fewer than them is Panera Bread at number 12. And they're overpriced, way over. Whataburger sitting at 22 with 844. That's the next lowest. So for Chick-fil-A to be doing this with 2,600 restaurants with their prices, you know they're doing it right.
Yeah.
Their units sold per restaurant just outweighs every.
And they're doing it in 1 day less than the other places are.
Their units sold is 5,000. This is 5 million. Every store is doing about over $5 million in revenue.
Wow.
The next closest, I'm looking through. There is not a single. I'm looking at it on this list. There is no other that even comes close to that.
They are in a league of their own.
So Chick-fil-A,
when it comes to it.
Well done. Everybody knows about Chick-fil-A, their customer service. Number 2, Starbucks. I know you're not going to consider them a fast food place, and I'm for the sake of time and argument's sake, I will concede that.
If we were considering them, though, I don't know how you could put them up at the top of the list.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Number 1, the king of everything.
Okay, I know that you said that you have something that you want to say about McDonald's. I don't think I'm going to like what you have to say because I think it's wrong. But let's hear it.
I'm going to save it for another segment.
Don't you dare!
I'm going to save it for another.
Don't
segment.
you dare!
Okay, I think we call this. It was a long segment. I know, but we had 50 of them to go through. So I think we move on now. We go ahead and move on to talking about what you have to talk about.
We love hearing you talk about us. It's time for the best things about the best things. Want to hear your feedback on the show? Email us at feedback@bestthingspod.com, tweet at us at bestthingspod, or leave us a review.
Okay, this is the part of the show where we list off some listener feedback or some viewer feedback. I'm going to read you some stuff from TikTok. If you listened to the show last week, you remember Aaron's, or a couple of weeks ago, about 3 or 4 episodes ago, Aaron went on a rant about Texas Longhorn fans, and last week he read some of their feedback. This comes from the same episode where we talked about college football, and I was trying to talk about this nice little tradition that Iowa has about how they wave to sick children's hospital in the middle of their game. Iowa does it.
It's a wonderful thing.
It's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Aaron poo-pooed on it.
No.
Yes, you did. Hardcore. In the bracket, I gave it a 10. You gave it a 3. And you admitted you felt bad. But in that moment, that was still, I mean, you got...
As far as traditions go, as far as doing it, you know,
you couldn't give him some courtesy.
You should wave at him.
You couldn't give him some courtesy
But
points.
as far as a tradition...
Well, people in the comments on TikTok agreed with me? Had a few things to say.
All right.
Some people agree with you. Some had some language that we cannot say on the pod. But MHU Weemans on TikTok says, it's a nice and great tradition, but it's not hype in the slightest.
Yeah.
Phantom SCV, I am going to have to adjust the language he uses, but he says, it's a wholesome moment, blank out of here. Z13243 said, that's cool. Thanks for your comment. You just helped the algorithm. It makes no sense. Yeah. John Scherer 6 said, Mans doesn't care about the Make-A-Wish kids.
Wait, what?
He said you don't care about the Make-A-Wish kids.
Oh.
This was this is the last one that I'll mention, and you don't remember this. You were wearing an Arkansas Razorback shirt that day. The only reason I know that is because JuiceBat99 says, are you sure the worst moment isn't your shirt? He must be a Longhorn fan.
Oh, yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah. So send us your feedback, feedback at bestthingspod.com, on all the socials at bestthingspod. Leave us a review. It's October. It's a new month, so it's no longer our 5-star month. Instead, this month is our 5-star month.
Yes.
So leave us a 5-star review. We'd love to hear your feedback. Okay, let us talk about the worst things now.
Welcome to the best things.
No. These aren't the best things. These are the worst things.
Let's get scratching.
Okay, we're going to talk about the worst fast food restaurants. And we just got to get it out of the way right now. Subway is really down there. They're not great quality. Jimmy John's, we've already talked about a lot of these already. Burger King, usually not very good. You had something to say about in the worst category earlier, didn't you? Or am I getting our episodes mixed up?
No, not that I can.
What would you say is your worst? What is the worst fast food joint?
Burger King and KFC. I think that Popeyes is getting worse with their customer service.
The customer service is terrible.
And it's making it difficult for me to want to go to that location.
Yeah.
Because it's getting very difficult to go there.
And it doesn't matter which one you go to.
Yeah.
I have been to so many in different states, different cities, and it does not matter. They're all the same. I'm quickly going to mention my worst when it comes to McDonald's. I
don't get this.
I am not saying McDonald's is the worst, but I will say this. McDonald's. I know you're listening. Ray Kroc. Is he still alive? I don't know if he's still alive or not. here's my thing. McDonald's, I fear, is going the way of Olive Garden and Red Lobster.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
The quality of McDonald's has declined to the point where it is no longer worth going to.
Whoa.
True story. I had not been to McDonald's in a while because I was trying to be healthier. And the last couple of months, I've strayed away from being healthier for obvious reasons. So I've tended to, there has been a couple of times that I've craved McDonald's. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to hit up a McDonald's and I'm going to go to McDonald's. And I get what used to be my favorite things to get. I would get a Big Mac, or I'd get a double quarter pounder with cheese. I would get the fries, and I would get excited upon ordering. But then, and nuggets. But then I tasted those things. And the only thing I was left with after I finished my meal was disappointment. I found myself disappointed at my decision. I realized in that moment, the only thing I could think of is, man, I wasted these calories and carbs on that. I could have went somewhere else and had something better. I could have had a better burger. I could have had way better fries. I have not had a good McDonald's fry in years.
Okay, that's
That's
not even asinine. That's like acid 10, acid 11, acid 12.
They have the two times I have been within the last month or two, the 2 months, they have been soggy and cold, and the experience all over. Now, I'm not saying this is all McDonald's. I'm sure there's good experiences out there.
I got some bad French fries from McDonald's a couple months ago. And I waved at them in the window and said, "Hey, these are soggy and cold. Can I get some fresh ones?" "Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Here's a new one."
See, I don't.
Why don't you do that?
I'm not
Why
checking
don't you-
until
why
I'm
don't you
hitting the
test
road
your
and I'm
fry
not
and
driving
make sure it's
back.
right.
Well, because I'm not that specific, I guess.
I think that one's on you, though. Because
No. Why am I having to fact check them? They should put out a better product.
This is what I tell my wife all the time, though. Don't pull out of the drive-thru, though, until you've double-checked their work. Because who are they hiring? I mean, if you got high school kids in there working, But here's the thing. There are high school kids working at Chick-fil-A. There are high school kids working at InNOut. There are high school kids working at Taco Bell. Okay.
I have not been.
And I'm sure the management at those places are also better than they are at McDonald's, probably.
Check mark against them, then.
But it's still...
Here is my...
As me, the consumer, I feel like it's my responsibility to check the work and make sure that it's right.
Disagree.
Because I want to know my meal is correct before I leave. I don't want to get down the road and find out that it's wrong.
That's great for you. That's fine. And yes, probably I should probably.
I don't trust Chick-fil-A.
I should. I have never once not gotten what I needed from Chick-fil-A, but that's beside the point. My point is this: in order to be considered one of the best, they have to check a lot of boxes. And just because it's on me to check their work, I'm sorry, that's a check mark against them. There are other restaurants that have had bad moments too.
The occasions that I've ever had a bad fry at McDonald's are so much fewer and far between than when they have hot, crispy, fresh fries.
I have had better McDonald's experiences in China. That's all I'm saying. I miss going to McDonald's in China because there it tasted good. I haven't had a good McDonald's experience in the States in years.
And I think you're ordering the wrong burgers.
I'm ordering what I used to love.
All I can tell you is that when I do get a quarter pounder, I don't know, it's something about the meat. I'm not crazy about the beef patty that comes with it. I feel like just the kind that comes on the double cheeseburger, which is typically, if I get a sandwich from McDonald's anymore, it's usually a double cheeseburger or a McChicken sandwich. Those are the two things that I ever order now.
Okay. I will commit to this. I will go this week and I will get whatever you recommend me order. That's double cheeseburger,
McChicken, one of each, your choice.
Okay. Until then, I'm not going to put it in the worst. I'm just saying this is my beef with McDonald's. And so I needed to mention it in the worst category. It is not in the worst.
I think that you can put them on notice.
They're on notice. They're teetering. They're on. If we're talking March Madness terms, they're on the bubble here. They're not going to make my bracket,
but I think they have the.
I
best
know they're going to
fries.
make yours. I would disagree with that. Also, they do not have the best fries. When they are perfect, yes,
which is the majority of the time that I've ever experienced.
Then you must be praying to the McDonald's gods and they must shine favor on you, because I have not had that experience. I'm curious to know what you guys think online. Like, let me know. Am I in the minority? And if I am, so be it. I will be okay with that.
And anytime I've had an issue with their fries, they've always been more than willing to make it right.
And that's a great point. They'll probably be willing to do that, but they should get it right the first time. Why do I always have to go back and double back? I'm not checking my fry. I'm checking to make sure stuff's in there. I'm not doing quality control sitting at the window.
I mean, I understand that they should make sure that it's, good before they put it out the window. But if I'm the one who's going to drive off and have to eat it, I want to know for sure that it was right before I pull out and then have a disappointing. Because McDonald's, as we've said on this podcast before, there is a small window for their fries.
There's a very small window.
And once they pass that window, they're not very good.
See, and that's a tick against them. I think I could go on and on talking about it.
French fries in general, though, have a window.
I mean, that's true. You're right. That is true. You got anything else in the worst?
No.
Okay. We're going to bracket this thing out and really see. I know it's going to end up in the bracket, so just brace yourself.
If you want to be the best, you have to beat the rest. It's time for the best thing bracket.
Okay, Aaron, you get first pick today.
I do?
You do.
Wow.
I got it last time.
Okay.
I remembered this time.
Good. I want Raisin Canes.
Wow. Raisin Canes, number 1 pick, number 1 draft pick. I'm going to go Starbucks.
3, 2, 1, 0.
We're going to do Starbucks versus McDonald's. Let's just see where we land up. I'm going to go Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A number 1 for me.
InNOut.
InNOut. Let's see here. Man. And now we need to say we need to judge them on their full body of work also. So all their offerings, everything they've got to offer, I think is worth looking at for sure. And so that being said, I'm going to make Aaron mad. And I'm going to go Jersey Mike's.
That's what I was taking next.
I know it is. I know you too well.
I'll take Taco Bell.
Your third, Taco Bell. Oh, this is where it gets hard for me. Just being real. Tropical smoothie? Is that a contender? No, you know what? Worthy of a 3-spot Wingstop. And we get your fourth now.
Okay.
And it's going to be... You got one more option. Is it going to go there? Search your feelings. You know them to be true.
I'm taking Freddy's.
Whoa! Surprise. McDonald's doesn't make your top 4? Because you know it's not in my top 4. So that means it's been not in the top 8. That's surprising.
I mean, it would be in my top 8.
Wow, but not in your top 4. Are you trying to play the bracket?
A little bit.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, I would... If there was a McDonald's and a Freddy's sitting side by side, more than likely, I'm going to Freddy's the majority of the time.
Really? Let me see here. This is really tricky for me. Also, InNOut didn't make your top. Oh, yes, it did. Never mind. Sorry. I just now saw that.
I mean, Jersey Mike's would have been in my top 4.
Right, yeah.
So Freddy's probably wouldn't be in my top 4 because I would put Jersey Mike's over there.
Oh, man, this is really hard for me. I really don't know. I'm trying to think of what do I hit up the most.
Popeyes.
Popeyes is a contender. But I don't, honestly, I'm not hitting that up a lot.
Carl's Jr. or Hardee's.
See, Steak and Shake is
Steak and Shake
is a possibility for me.
Krispy Kreme.
You discredited that. You vetoed that.
It can be in here.
Because it's not going to make a difference. Is that what you're saying? I'm going to put Steak and Shake. I think they're worthy of a spot.
Firehouse.
Thought about Firehouse too. I need more body.
I mean,
work
I don't.
Recently.
How often do we go to Steak and Shake?
I mean, I hit it every time I get a chance. If I'm on a road trip and there's one there, I'm usually hitting it up. If I'm heading to Conway and need lunch, I'll that's where I'm usually going to go.
I'm surprised you didn't put Zaxby's in there.
Yeah,
or Slim's.
Well, Slim's isn't in this top 50, so that's kind of what I was going off of. Otherwise, yeah, Slim's would be in that 4 spot for sure for me. Also, I don't want to put Slim's right up against Raising Cane's. Oh, and that's what we've got right now. Raising Cane's versus Steak and Shake. We need to make this pretty quick. And I think we can make quick work out of it. Raising Cane's, 3, 2, 1, 9. Steak and Shake, 3, 2, 1, 7.
6.
Wow, you all the way to 6. Chick-fil-A versus Freddy's, Chick-fil-A in 3, 2, 1, 9.
10.
10?
Yeah.
Freddy's in 3, 2, 1, 7. 8. Okay. InNOut versus Wingstop. InNOut in 3, 2, 1, 8. Wingstop in 3, 2, 1,
7.
9.
It's a 16 for both.
Dang it. Okay, 1 to 100. I always hate this. I can't do math, so you're gonna have to carry us here. InNOut in 3, 2, 1, 78.
Which one are we doing?
InNOut.
I just forgot.
1 to 100. InNOut.
And you said a 78. Yeah. I don't know. 88. Seems good to me.
Seems good.
We'll keep it in the 8s.
All right. I'm going to let you keep this one. So I said 78. You said 88. And then Wingstop in 3, 2, 1, 85.
81.
85 plus 81 gives us 136. What was the other one? 88, 78.
166.
So InNOut advances. Okay, Jersey Mike's versus Taco Bell. This is a hard one for you. I could see the anguish in your eyes that this is the matchup that happened. Okay, Jersey Mike's in 3, 2, 1, 8.
10.
18. Taco Bell in 3, 2, 1, 7.
10.
Is that sin? Is that what you said?
10.
Okay. So Jersey Mike's, by the hair of its chinny chin chin, advances.
You put them through.
Yeah, pretty much. I get to pick Chick-fil-A versus Jersey Mike's because they're both winners for me. I'm going to put Chick-fil-A through. Raising Cane's versus InNOut for you. Which one?
Cane's.
Cane's. So Chick-fil-A versus Cane's. You ready? This is tricky. They're similar but different.
They are.
Okay.
But I know.
Chick-fil-A, 3, 2, 1,
9.
Raising Cane's, 3, 2, 1, 8.
9.
Wow, you put it on me. You said you knew. I thought that meant you had a definitive answer. I almost said 9 too.
I wanted to say 10. I would say 10.
Well, that would tie it.
Let's do that.
So we're going to go.
I want it to be the 100 scale here.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like it's that close for me.
Okay, we're going 1 to 100. Chick-fil-A, 3, 2, 1, 91. 91 plus 93 gives it a 184. Raising Cane's 3, 2, 1. 89.
92.
184.
Chick-fil-A wins.
Okay. Again, hair, just the chicken beak advancing. Very, very close. Very, very close.
And I voted Chick-fil-A higher than Cane's by 1.
Did you?
Although I would probably choose to go to Cane's over Chick-fil-A, but I gave the nod to Chick-fil-A for their customer service and their mac and cheese.
But let me ask you this. Do you think you would go to Cane's as much if it was in our backyard and always available? Do you think after a while they might even out closer?
I don't know.
That's always what I'm thinking of. It's
Just
like,
chicken strip versus chicken strip, I think Cane's is far beyond
I agree with that, yes.
Chick-fil-A.
I agree with that.
If it's a chicken sandwich, I go to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. Sauce versus sauce, you probably got to give the edge to Cane's.
Cane's. The side offerings, though, because I really like Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese and their waffle fries, I like better than the crinkle fries.
Yeah.
So I'm giving them the nod on the sides.
Chick-fil-A has a still limited menu, but a little bit more variety. They got the spicy,
right?
So and their breakfast. So yeah, Chick-fil-A gets it. So congrats, Chick-fil-A. Now let's figure out this is. I don't know if this is gonna be tough or not.
It may be the best thing today, but is it the best thing of all time? It's time for the best things battle.
We have a 3-time reigning champion in this one. College football rivalries has won 3 weeks in a row. Will they stand up and go 4 weeks up against Chick-fil-A? That's the question we have to answer today. So we have Chick-fil-A versus college football rivalries. Let's start with Chick-fil-A. 1 to 10. 3, 2, 1, 9. You keep doing this.
This is so tough. We're voting on which one?
Chick-fil-A.
Count it down for me again.
3, 2, 1.
7.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. College football rivalries in 3, 2, 1.
9.
Okay. College football rivalries. 4-time, I hit the wrong button. 4-time champion. You feel good about it? I put them at the same number because honestly I didn't want to have to decide.
I would rather have college football rivalries slightly more, just barely, than to not have Chick-fil-A. Again, Chick-fil-A is really good.
It is really good.
Now I want that for supper.
You hit it on the way home?
Yeah, I might.
Okay, college football rivalries. You did it. 4 times in a row. Man,
Ooh,
they win one more.
It's a week away from joining a very limited Bestie for the Resty Hall of Fame.
Only 2 other things have made it there. Your team's success in Washington, D.C., which we don't have the episode mapped out for next week yet because by the time it's still a ways off for when we're recording this. But, yeah, it'll be interesting to see if it holds up. Okay, you got anything else?
No.
Okay.
No.
We'll go eat some fast food.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. All right, that'll do it. Don't forget, leave us a review, rate us, comment. Go follow us on TikTok, @BestThingsPod. Go follow us on Instagram, all the stuff. A lot of fun over there. All right, for the best things, I'm Craig.
I'm Aaron.
We'll talk at you next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Thanks for listening to the Best Things Podcast. If you like today's episode, give it a 5-star rating on your favorite podcast app. You can also find us on all the socials @BestThingsPod and listen to full episodes on YouTube. To hear your opinion on the podcast, email us at feedback@bestthingspod.com or tap the link in the episode notes to leave us a voicemail and you can hear your voice on an upcoming episode of the podcast.